Hello, everybody. Welcome to another entry into the Opelentia Chronicles. I'm your friendly neighborhood Rikkaku the Sai-Krowe, and joining us, as always, is RetroKaiju.
Hello, everybody.
Martina, or aka Kloolas Larspawn.
Hello, everybody.
Stormpye.
Hello, what's up?
My dear Scrubroski, JayBrilliant.
Hello.
And our wonderful DM, MasterWabbit.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the D&D world of the Opelentia Chronicles. I don't remember if there even was a sponsor. Let me check. Oh, yes. Strange men lying about in the woods distributing gifts.
There you go. So, we're already running a little behind, so I'll just cut to the chase. If you didn't see our video basically explaining where the hell we've been, we took a break during the holiday season. Some personal stuff happened along the way, and on top of that, we decided we're not going to live stream on Twitch anymore. It just wasn't really working the way we wanted to. We'll just leave it at that. We're still going to, as you're listening, obviously, we're still going to do the VODs for the YouTube and for Spotify, which I'm still struggling. I'm still wrestling Spotify with login information so I can get that caught up. But yeah, there we go. That's all I have.
Well, if there's nothing else to go over, let's first get some attributions out of the way. We are using Tabletop Audio and also The Pyre by Kevin MacLeod. Both of these groups / individuals graciously allow people to use their work under Creative Commons, just with attribution. This is that attribution. And now, after a long hiatus, let us return to the world of Opelentia. Move everyone to the Feywild. It has been quite a journey for our group of adventurers. I believe they call themselves the Moonfires, according to my notes. Yep, the Moonfires. Good. I have accurate lore. That's very important. Over the past several days, our adventurers have found themselves in a tussle with bandits in the town of Wardbloom. And after that tussle, they learned that Otto's Emporium is being run by a figure who is able to change their shape and their face, to shapeshift, as it were. And they are good friends with none other than Yuvin, the head of the Adventurers Guild. And as they talked about what was going on recently, namely a journal that had apparently disappeared, reappeared, disappeared, took Toba to a completely foreign area, and came back with a friend named Baggin Raggin, friend in quotation marks. And as this conversation continued, a particular small dragon character showed up that was recognized by Otto. And this character, Puck, I believe, was to lead this group to his master, Oberon. And throughout all of this, on the very forefront of Toba's mind was, I have to do this ceremony for a brand new weapon. The group arrives into the Feywild, inside of Oberon's court, a very large theater-like space with mist waterfalls and plants and all sorts of colorful neonness around. And, with Oberon's help, opening a gate onto the back of whatever stage area he's on, Toba walked through, Drogar and Veronan went through. And I believe Ursus also went through?
No, he stayed behind.
Okay, Ursus stayed behind. Where is token GM? Gonna move that to the token layer. Yep. And the two that were left behind, Corrind and Baggin. This is where we will start a little adventure with a little bit of a time, wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff. So, Baggin.
Yes.
You have just seen your friends, one after another, just go through a shining portal of some sort. And as you look out to the back, there is... You don't really see anything at first, but there's a little bit of light, and you smell a mountain breeze. And before you can really think about it, Oberon says, Come, please, have a seat.
Well, okay. Why not?
All right, you turn around and basically right in front of you, as you were looking over there, Oberon and Corrind are now sitting at a round table, as well as Ursus. Let me just make some room here. They're all just sitting at like a little tea party table.
Well, I love you. Well, how are you doing?
Please, have a seat. What? Oh, hang on, did I forget? Oh, I think I might have forgotten something. And Oberon, like, swishes his hand around in the air, and a vine manages to snake its way from beneath the table and just going right out the door, because I think there was like a moment that Toba needed something, and it just happened to be there, if I'm vaguely remembering this.
That sounds about right.
If not, retcons, baby. Yeah!
So I lean over to Hum and
Hum's not there,
oh,
Corrind.
not Hum. Sorry,
Corrind.
Corrind, and I'm just like witchcraft. As I see the vines go down.
Corrind leans over and says, I think that's just the Feywild.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. Oh yes, you're most certainly sure. As Oberon himself has also leaned over. But it's kind of weird that, like, as you guys are leaning in, like, his head is, like, his neck is elongated as he's whippering along with you. You look over and it's just like a snake-like neck that just sniffs back. It's like all bark and stuff. So he's like, please, allow us to have some tea, right? And so he takes out a teapot, and then he pours it, what looks like, directly down onto the table itself. But the stream splits into 3 sections. And there's a cup in front of you, in front of Corrind, and in front of Oberon. And it fills, and the streams fill up these cups a little bit. And then Oberon picks up the pitcher, and it's like, oh, and yes, for Ursus, of course. And he sets down the pitcher, like, pops the top of it, and just slides it right over to the bear, and it stops right in front of him.
I was about to say, I hope the bear gets something to drink.
Yep. Ursus, like, takes a sip, and then starts lapping up whatever that is.
Well, so I assume that you want to talk to us.
Yes, of course, indeed. I mean, after all, there's only so much room on top of that mountain.
I just kind of like, it's just like pause. I hear him laugh. I second pause, and then I just laugh again.
You know, as you're saying, there's like all the little fairy dragons are just like flitting about slowly. Some like rest on the table. So yes, well, I assume that you are in good health and no harm has come to you so far entering the Feywild, right?
Not that I know of so far. I've been pretty good.
Yes, indeed. Well, for the matter at hand, while the other 4 are occupied, and I sincerely hope that all of you do speak on behalf of your group, isn't that right? He looks to you, Baggin, Raggin.
I look over. I'm just like for confirmation, like yes.
Corrind looks at you, like shrugging. Ursus like stops lapping up, looks at you, looks at Oberon. Oberon looks at Ursus. Ursus just like nods his head madly, and then just goes right back to lapping up.
All right, I guess I do. I guess I do.
I see the bear is the one who holds the pants in the family.
You wouldn't believe it if I told you.
Well, since I have given, well, one of you many gifts, there is something I do need you to look into.
Okay,
Things that happen here in the Feywild are also tied into the real world. But also things that happen, well, not real world, it's more of a... how do I describe this? Oh, he snaps his fingers, and from the table, the table itself, it seems like it's regular wood, but there's like some weird flowers here. And all of a sudden, vines start crawling up from the sides of the table, and they start forming balls. And one of them starts glowing a bright pinkish hue, just a little bit, and the other one just stays like a green. And Oberon's like, so the Feywild is there, and your world is there, the one you would know as Opulencia. You would think that these would be 2 separate things, but actually he claps his hands together, and the 2 viney orbs just like morph into each other, and it kind of pulses between a brightish pinkish hue, and just the regular vines.
I
Really,
see.
it's more like the two worlds are one and the same, they just occupy different dimensions. What do I describe this? He's like, as he's sitting there, he's like stroking his beard. As he's stroking his beard, it like grows longer every time he strokes it. So it's like more leaves and vines come out. He's like, oh, I've got it, and it snaps off the beard, so it goes back to what it was. Now he's got like a beard stick on his hand. So let's say there was something that was poisoning one part of the world here, and he takes the beard and he barely touches part of this sphere that's there, and it starts like turning grizzly black. Now, if we were to separate the worlds again, he takes his hand, splits them apart, and the two little vine orbs kind of like skitter apart, and you see that there's a black spot that's identical on the on both the spheres at roughly the same place.
Gotcha.
Oberon. So, if this spot here in the Feywild got worse, and you see that spot grow, eventually, in your world, and you would see the spot in the others start growing a little bit as well. But the same is also true. If the spot on your world grows even larger, and the entire ball just like shrivels up black and just shrinks down, Oberon points at that, and then eventually the Feywild, and you see that just do the exact same thing.
Gotcha.
Oberon goes for... So, the Feywild right now is not entirely well. It's only just seeing the spots of it. You know how sometimes when you get sick, sometimes it's like a minor cough, but the sickness is even worse than what you think?
Right.
I believe that there is something going on that's in your world, and I believe Drogar's family household may have something to do with it. That's why I have an interest in him. Although I trust you not directly tell him. I don't think he's personally responsible for what's happening in the Feywild, but it would be interesting to start looking there.
Okay. I see. So you don't think that I should just say something to him?
And at this point, one of the fairy dragons just flies up. Like all the other ones like start flying like straight up in the air. Oberon's like, uh-oh, what's going on? And all of a sudden one just like flies off, just hang on, we may have a bit of a problem.
Well, what's happening?
3, 2, 1. He claps his hand, and the gate that's in the backstage opens up once again as the other characters appear outside of that gate. So,
Well,
the rest
nice
of you
to
as
see you all. I'm Baggin. Baggin Raggin.
We know. Hi,
I
Baggin.
figured I'd just say it. It's fun.
So, the rest of you have come in after Toba's ceremony, where he took a couple tries to take care of an ox bone with his brand new weapon. And so, you all, just, as soon as you all got done with that, you started heading back, and you come to see that Oberon is having a tea party with Corrind, Baggin, Raggin, Ursus, and all of the fairy dragons that are in this area are flying high in the air, facing away from you, towards what would be the exit of this little stage area.
There must be a gym behind there.
I didn't quite catch that. What'd you say?
I was making a Spyro joke.
Yeah.
Well, looks like you guys had an eventful time.
It was definitely very spiritual.
I see you got a new shiny toothpick on top of that.
Days. Yeah, you'll notice that on his back is the war club, but you don't see the shield anymore.
Huh. What happened to your shield?
Sacrifices had to be made.
I understand that. Trust me, I do. Well, I think it may be time. I think these little, what do you call these colorful little fairy things?
One moment. as Oberon holds up a finger over to its direction, as all of a sudden, this character and this character. This wasn't quite as red as I was hoping it would be. Is there a way for me? Yeah, it should be. Is it because I copied and pasted something, or is it because the actual? Oh, that's why. Because the original color is orange, but this one is okay. Fine. So at this point, you see one fairy being carried by the little guy, just completely hurt and just it's like not even flying straight, and it will land. Yep. And it just and this little tiny fairy dragon drops the larger one just right in the middle of this tea set table.
Oh my gosh, what happened to you?
And,
There, little one.
and Oberon leans over. Corrind leans over as well. And this little dragon, it's like, yeah, close. It's gasping for some air. Corrin's like, let me heal him. Let me heal him. And Oberon's like, of course, please. So Corrind is going to go ahead and cast healing spell. What healing spell does Corrind have? Because I kind of need to.
In the meantime, Hum is going to cast Comprehend Languages again.
Comprehend languages again. Okay, so as you are casting comprehend languages, what you heard was the beasts is unsealing. Help! And that's all you could get out of that little dragon. Corrind is going to cast where in the world spells? Yeah, sure. Cure wounds. Okay. Going to cast quick cure wounds. I'm not going to roll for this because it's just thematic. And as Corrind, they cast cure wounds on this fairy dragon that is definitely not feeling so hot. You see, like what you look at it. You see there are like 3 long gash marks along its side, and it's as Corrind is casting cure wounds. You see the tissue and stuff forming together, so that way it becomes a whole side. Then you notice its wing, one of the dragonfly wings as well. It's like all bent and broken out of shape, and the healing like brings that a little bit. And it like shakes itself, stretches. Thank you, strange human, my liege. The unseelie beasts, they have returned. Now you would understand that hum. I don't believe anyone else speaks Sylvan, so at this point, Oberon is like, indeed. Could I ask you a large favor? As he turns to the group as a whole.
What is it?
Yeah. Meanwhile, Hum is just cradling, like lightly petting on the dragon.
Like depending on the dragon. Oberon goes, he's like, something has come up, something very dangerous within these woods. I do need your help. This is not a trick. This is not a gift giving. This is an honest and earnest request. I can't. He looks around to the other fairy dragons, and they start flying out. And every so often they'll come in with another fairy dragon under them. Like some of them are hurt worse than others, bent wings, and just one by one they're just being let onto this table. And they're very small dragons, but also like there's whatever is out there has definitely taken a lot of swings at quite a number of fairy dragons. As there's like a fairy thing going on here. Corrind looks at this like, I'm gonna be busy healing all of these little things. Could you take care of everything else? And Ursula comes up to Corrind and gives Corrind a big lick. And Corrin's like, yes, thank you, Ursus, thank you. I'm busy with some work here.
All right. Toba will nod and just say, all right, we'll help.
Right.
Yeah, Baggin Raggins will as well say, we gotta help our little winged friends, guys.
Up to this point, I believe that is the creed of the Moonfires to help when needed.
Indeed.
What do you need for us to do?
Prepare for a fight. And follow this fellow here. And he takes his hand, and one of the fairy dragons goes over, and he's like, "Meritsuto." He stood up, and to you, you hear it's like, "Lead them to the area quickly." And this one like starts hopping up and down. No, not hopping up. They're like flooding up and down, nodding, and then goes over to the group and like motions with his hands out towards the door, and then flies right next to the door.
I don't need
Let's waste
comprehend.
no time.
I don't need comprehend language to understand what's going on. Toba keeps going.
All right. So Toba, Baggin, Raggin, Drogar, everybody's
Am I
gonna
able
be
to
over
go in stealth before I go in this?
You can go into stealth once you get to the area.
Okay, gotcha.
So, you all exit.
Drogar's going as well, I'm hoping.
Yep. Of course. We're just gonna say yes, absolutely,
yeah.
of course. All right. So I need to plot the map. So this little dragon, as you were going through and you're being led out the theater, you're going back into the magnificent glade sort of area with the fog waterfall and all of that. I did not have any sound playing at all throughout that, did I? Oh well. And eventually he's like leading you through trees and all sorts of different colored vines and flowers. Some of them like look towards you as you pass by. But eventually you all find your way to this area. Right. Everyone can see the map?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So you have entered in from the south area. Where would you all like to stand within this area? So, Baggin, you are going to go into stealth?
Yeah, I'm going into stealth. Let me roll that real quick.
Go ahead, roll for stealth. 19. All right, perfect. You're good. You're good for stealth. For whatever's here.
I'm gonna go. This is tough. It's like a game of Tetris.
Yep. Okay, so to quote unquote the rules, the red boundaries are just the boundaries of where you can go. So like outside, you can't really go. The trees themselves, like they are massive labyrinthine kind of trees. There's no cover underneath them. They're just like really large blocks. You can kind of see through them, but it's heavily obscured. In fact, these are more like hedge bushes that are very colorific.
Is going to go over here. Yeah, here.
Okay, I'm gonna go over there. All right, Veronan, Toba, Drogar, and Ursus.
I think Toba will come up over here on the opposite side of
Okay. That's why the music. That's why there wasn't any sound playing. I forgot to hit repeat or loop on the sound. All right. Okay, Veronan, where are you standing?
I'm waiting to see where the other two are going.
Okay, so Drogar.
I guess I'm gonna have him. Let's see, he is going to move up in front of, or at least as far up front as he can, towards Hum.
Okay, and your bear Ursus.
Yep, he's actually gonna travel right behind me.
Okay, travel right behind
There
you.
we go. Yep.
Feels a bump on the back, or feels Ursus like lightly brush against her tail by accident, and then
Okay.
but she's fine without with them knowing that it's them.
Okay, and Veronan, where are we starting?
Right here.
Okie doke. So, it is at this time, you were all led here, and this little fairy dragon is like, it's like, they're here. And so, he's speaking in Sylvan, so if you, or actually, he would have seen Drogar, so he would probably be speaking in the dragonkind tongue, Dragonborn, whatever language that is, Draconic, that's what it is. Can't you tell, it's late at night, and we haven't played in a month and a half. So, at this point, this little dragon flies up to you, like, I don't actually have him out here. It's like, be very careful. The hunters are here. And as he says this, all of you hear this very low purr sound. Just. And Yep. So, Toba, from your position,
All right.
yep, it's kind of odd that you swear on the other side of this tree that you see a shape moving past it, just very quickly. And then you hear more purring, but it sounds like there's another one close to behind you as you glance.
Oh no.
Guys, guys, I have visual.
And there is another one that happens to dart in front of Drogar, and it looks like it was on the prowl. These incredibly strange panther-like creatures. I say panther-like because it doesn't take a genius to realize that there's
Wait a
an
minute.
extra 2 limbs on them for feet, and not only a tail, but it also appears that there are 2 large tentacles of some sort.
Oh, goody! Kitty whippets!
Oh, man.
Can
I
make
need
a
everyone to
roll?
roll for initiative.
Oh, God, kitty whippets!
Oh boy.
Let's...
Okay, let's
Oh
see if I
my
can remember
God.
how to-
6.
Finally,
Okay.
I'm not slow today.
Okay, hang on. So we have Drogar is at 20, so I need to add turn for Drogar. It's been a little bit, so this is going to take me. Oh, hang on. It's token. There we go. Token layer. All right. Add turn. Drogar is at 20. Enter for that. Enter for that. Come on. Enter. Enter. Thank you. Toba Thunderdon is at 6.
I'm at the bottom.
Yep, all right, Drogar's at 20. 12. All right, hum. What is... So, let's say 12.1. Let's just speed this up. 12.1. Let's have the healer go a little first. Because I think she has higher dexterity than Veronan. Let me, I can just double check that real quick.
It's +2.
Veronan...
You'd have to
Yeah,
beat
mine's
a
just a
+2.
+1. She has
Yeah,
a
plus
Okay.
one.
All right.
Yeah, so that should do it. Okay, so that way, yep. All right, we got Drogar, hum. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Baggin, Raggin, what you got for me?
15.
All right, add turn, add to 15. Let's see what I, as a dungeon master, rolled. In fact, let me just roll that again for both of these characters. Okay, that's the same number. I need to add. Just double checking what I've got here.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. So we're gonna add turn. Where is this thing? So.
Did literally roll 0. Okay.
Nope. Oh no, they did not.
They
They didn't.
Fucking displacer beasts.
Your character wouldn't know that, now would they?
I've said it's above game. Above game, I know what these are above game.
I did want to roll to see if my character would recognize them.
I mean, go ahead and give me either a let's see, like nature or arcana check.
That's why I was like, Arcana or Nature? I'm not sure, because
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those two.
I was gonna say,
I'll give Arcana.
All right, go for arcana.
Boop. Whatever, +2.
21 plus 2. All right.
Just 21.
Okay, so that's 21. All right. So at this point, Veronan, you hear like Toba like screaming like, "Oh, that's a big kitty! Are those tentacles?" Like you instantly think, "Ah, crap, that's a displacer beast."
Hang on, I'm here.
We're dealing
wait.
with Displacer Beast. Toba,
Yes.
you said tentacles.
Yeah.
You see Veronan go white. We're dealing with Displacer Beast. Everyone get ready.
Oh boy.
This is gonna be one hell of a fight.
Okay. Oh, I actually need to sort everything out. Okay. So up first is Drogar.
Go get him, Drogar.
All right. As well as Ursus. Let's just tie Ursus's movement with yours just to keep things, his actions with yours. So at this point,
Alright.
Drogar, you see in front of you a black panther-like beast with tentacles coming just by, and way off the corner of your eye, you see another one. What would you like to do?
did Veronan already yell to everybody that?
Yeah, he would have yelled to everybody.
I was gonna
So
say.
yeah, the displacer beasts are now like looking in his general direction. Just, you know, in everyone else's general direction, except for Baggin, because you rolled well enough on stealth, you begin this round with stealth.
Oh.
Okay.
That could work to their advantage.
Wait, is that just to him? I'm sorry, I forgot how this works.
All right, so Drogar, first you.
I am gonna take an action to get on Ursus.
All right. So, I do have the icon for this somewhere. Drogar and Ursus. There we go.
There we go.
Two little buddies. We're just going to move that to the GM layer.
And then we're gonna get up there.
Take those two over there. All right. So
Okay.
All right. So you take your action and you motion to Ursus, and Ursus like just runs underneath you, and now you are riding the bear.
Sweet. All right. Would be a stupid idea to go in there. Try and swipe from the side, maybe. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, actually, I'd be kind of at his side if I were to go straight over. How do I get the?
Yeah. Okay, buddy. The circles is one thing. You might want to use a line.
Well, that's the thing. I've never learned how to use those.
If you go over to the measure, I think if you click on the measure box, then yeah, you see like there's square, circle, cone.
Yeah.
There's also the option with
You
the cone.
saw that? You saw that? I think that was me. I kind of swear I toggle off broadcast others.
No, I can do it too. I'm
I
literally
can
doing
even
it right now.
toss it to linger, but yeah,
We.
fun tools. Yep.
Okay.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Oh, it's been a while.
All right, so he would rush right over to this side because that's exactly 30 feet.
Okay, 30 feet.
And he is going to go in with his great axe and swipe at the side and see what he can do.
All right, go ahead. Roll an attack for me.
All right, here we go. 22.
22 hits.
Yeah.
22 hits. All right, here we go. 11.
Okay, just double checking some stuff. All right. So you drive, not drive by. You ride by
That's right. That's right.
this monster, this giant displace beast, and you just take your axe and you shing right across the side, and it like tries. It tries to dodge. If it's hit by an attack, the changes. Yep. Okay. Oh, that should have been a disadvantage. Oh well, it was not really in hunting mode yet.
Oh, dang.
That's fine. That's fine. I should have. That's my fault as a DM. I didn't get to read that in time. So yeah, this particular panther was like newer to the hunt probably. So it takes its hunt and it's like ugh. It is not happy with that. But you've moved. You've taken your attack and your sort of action to jump on the bear. I believe that's everything for you, right?
That is indeed.
Okay, good. Because it is now the displacer beast's turn.
Oh boy.
So they're gonna start with this one. What is double checking? What does it not? That's his passive perception. Trying to figure out how much move speed this thing has. I don't see it in the box. That can't be right. Oh, right. It's speed. Right, speed is
50 feet.
okay. It's not okay. It's 40 feet, not 50. So.
Oh, I see.
Okay, I actually need to change how this thing is measured. Snap to corner, I think it is, because this is a large beast. So it can go. So yeah, 5. Hang on, 5, 15, 20, and it can stop right there. So you got 20 feet. So it is going to whoosh, run forward and Toba.
Nice kitty.
Yeah, it's not a very nice kitty. Makes 2 attacks with its tentacles. All right, so first it is going to take a swipe at you with a 16.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, 16. That's going to be. All right, so it is going to be 7. All right, so it's going to be 7 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
And then, and 4 piercing damage.
Plus 4 piercing damage?
Yeah, +4 piercing damage.
So 11.
Kitty's not messing around.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's 11 points of damage on that first attack. Its second attack is going to be 14 plus 6. That's 20. That's going to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. Oh, no.
Yep.
Oh no.
These are bad kitties. So it's going to be another 6 points of bludgeoning damage and 3 piercing damage. So 9 damage total.
9 damage. Okay.
Yep.
Well, I'm already at half health, so that's cool.
And yeah, this thing is growling at you. It like runs up and growls at you. And then I think, this displacer beast sees you. I think it's going to stay there. All right. Up next is the other displacer beast. Drogar, you probably shouldn't have hit that thing because now it's real mad at you. It's real mad. Does a 7, hang on, plus 6 to hit. So 17 hit?
A single point.
By a
Yes,
single
it does. By a single
Alright.
point, yes, it does.
We're off to a
All
good
right.
start.
So that's going to be 4 points of bludgeoning plus 6 points of piercing.
So 10?
Yep, 10
Okay, so
points.
10 damage altogether? Alright.
Oh, I've been doing my damage wrong. Never mind. I'll just keep it up with these kitties for a little bit. This is more of a thematic fight because we've been out of it for a little bit.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah, that's going to be a 17 to hit again.
Oh my god, alright, yeah.
All right. Oh God. Okay, no, I rolled a 12 for the bludgeoning damage, but no, we're just gonna make that 6 bludgeoning damage and 1 piercing, so 7 damage total.
Okay. Yeah, I'm at 30 health.
Oof.
Oh god.
Okay, but
Okay.
up next is Baggin, because this kitty is like very mad at you. It does not want anything to do with you. Baggin, you are up.
I think this is how I do it, right?
So you are currently in stealth. You have, off in the distance, you hear Drogar going, "Rah!" charging in with his axe, and he slices the kid. He's like, ha ha, slap, ow. And meanwhile, in front of you, you see a gigantic panther-like creature with tentacles run up and just slap Toba hard.
My body!
Oh, my face! My Loxodon modeling career!
Down in the distance in the wind. So I'm going to. I kind of put myself between here, just so in the context of I'm leaning. Like I can probably see past the tree. I'm assuming because
you're totally fine there. This is more of a thing, so you can be like here, whatever.
So I am going to use my stealth action as with my short bow. So let me roll this real quick. Against, I don't know, do they have them? I mean, the one that's closest to me. I'll just say.
Yeah, the one that's closest to you, because that's going to be within how many feet of you? Like from here to.
Yeah, it's
like
it's
30,
20.
45.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll an attack for me.
16.
Does the 16 hit? The 16 does hit.
Woo! All right, so I will roll first, just because it's right here. The sneak attack, extra damage. Right there, 7, and then I will roll the short bow. 13, so a total of 20 damage.
All right, so then I'm doing some math here. Okay.
And then what I'm going to do is use my cunning action to try to go back into stealth.
Okay, I need you to roll for stealth.
Yes.
See whether or
and
not.
Then, so I'm going to move, though. I'm going to move over here instead, and then I'm going to roll.
Okay, so you are going to move how many feet?
19.
Okay, so you started here, 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, you're good. You're good with that. And 19 for stealth. As you take your short bow and snap at it, you like dart out of the way as you hear this cackle. And from your corner, you see that it's like also like looking around, but also like looking at Toba angrily. You appear to be in stealth from this creature.
Cool beans.
Okay, so that's your turn. Okay, Hum, it is now your turn. You just witnessed your Dragonborn friend charge up on Ursus, take a big swipe at a kitty, who then swiped back real hard. And off to your left, you hear that Toba is also being slapped, and a very large as a short bow round. You hear the thump as it hits its hide.
Give me a minute to get some dice out.
Okay, sure.
Okay, I'm going to. Hold on a second. I'm just going to measure myself out real quick. No, not that. Measure. Use line. Show others. Well, actually, hold on. Okay, I have it. She is going to move to here. Or actually, I think to here. Let me just check something real quick.
Okay. Meanwhile, I need to pull out one of my doodads.
Okay. She's going to move over to the beige bush in the middle, and she's going to try and cast a second level sleep.
Second level sleep. Okay,
Correct.
so that spell. Mouse, work with me, mouse. What does sleep? Double check if you want to read that out for me. I can also look it up here.
This spell sends creatures into a magical slumber. Roll 5d8. The total is how many hit
So
points
range. Okay, it's a sphere that is a 20-foot sphere.
Yeah.
The range of it is at 90 feet. It should be. Creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range are affected in ascending order of their current hit points, ignoring unconscious creatures. All right, so I need you to pick a point from where you're standing. And just make sure. Yep, snap to center is fine. Any point that's within 20 feet of you, we're going to then measure like within 90 feet of you. So that's basically anywhere around here. And then
Anywhere in the entire map.
So yeah, you're also going to need the circle. Snap to center. So we've got 20-foot square here. You can get that one, or you can get that one. I don't think it's not going to be quite large enough to hit both.
Yeah, so she's going to try and aim at the one that is hurting Toba.
All right, Toba. This one, that's this guy over here. Oh, that would explain why it's snap corner. Yeah, that guy. All the fun things.
She is.
Maybe. Oh no, it's not gonna be. It's so close, but
She's going to throw the casting over here.
Okay. And I need you to roll 5d8 for me. And
Will
then that's at the level that it's at. It says at higher levels, when you cast a spell using a spell slot of second level or higher, roll an additional 2d8 for each slot level above the first.
Okay, 2 more d8 then.
Okay, so yeah, what level are you casting this at?
Second.
Second level. Okie doke.
So do I just get 2 more d8?
Yep. For every level above first, you roll an additional 2d8. So it is a. Where does it say what level spell it is? Oh, first level enchantment. Yeah. All right. Go ahead, roll 7d8 for me.
Let me just grab a couple more d8s then, because I didn't realize. Sorry for taking so long.
That's okay.
There's one more. And okay, never mind. I have 68. I'm gonna roll one of them
Go for it.
twice.
Go ahead. Just give me that number.
6, 12, 18, 28, 32.
Thank you.
Welcome.
So 40.
40 hit points. Hang on. Whose circle is that? Is that mine? I don't think it is. No, it's not mine.
What?
I don't see a circle.
Neither do I.
Yeah,
Oh, wait, is it because I'm on the wrong layer again? No, it's... Hang on a
Possibly.
moment.
Oh, I see a circle now. Oh, now it's gone.
Okay, yeah, that was me. I see like a blue circle in an area that should not be there, and I don't know why. How do I... Oh, hang on. Oh, okay, so I can at least click that. All right, so 40. That was the number 40.
Yep.
You know, I'm gonna just fudge the math here because technically it would be a no, but also I realized that this encounter is getting a little rough for you guys. Didn't expect that. So at this point, you cast a spell, and what does this spell look like?
Like the last time she's singing the lullaby.
All right, so you cast a spell and just ding. The humming.
Calmly drift to your slumber.
Yep. That's a reference. Wait, why is it doing that? All right, maybe if I went back. All right, so Toba, you see this creature in front of you. It's like, its head starts drooping, the tentacles start like flopping down, and then it just starts snoring hard.
Oh, that's cute. It's about to get a wake-up call when I'm done with it.
Stab it!
I'm assuming Toba didn't say that out loud, but so Hum is just trying to give Toba a thumbs up, make sure that he's okay.
Toba looks over, gives her a smile, the thumbs up. She sees a tooth is missing.
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Okay, Dad.
I still have this circle that's on my screen, but oh well, whatever. So, you've moved, you've cast a spell that I made successful because this encounter is a little harsher than I thought was originally intending. Anything else?
Nothing else. She's just going to stay there and hope she doesn't get spotted by the other one.
Okay, so Veronan, you are up. Toba, you are on deck.
Okay.
Veronan, at this point, you have seen a friend of yours charge to attack a displacer beast that is like way up ahead. Off to your left, you hear that a displacer beast was being attacked, and now you hear like soft purring, snoring over in that area. What would you like to do?
Okay. First, I'd like to move my full 30 feet. I'm gonna try something. If it doesn't work, oh well. Yeah. So 30 feet right here, I believe.
Okay.
I think that's maximum.
I think it's 25 actually. Let me
Is that
just
25?
let me just double check here. You started here. You're at 25.
Oh, okay, so I can move one more. Okay, so then, bam.
All right, 30 feet. You've moved your maximum. What are you planning to do?
Question. I want to cast Enlarge on Toba.
All right.
Veronan feels like he's gonna stick. He wants to help a friend out. Toba just got a nice big shiny weapon. He's like, it'd be interesting if that thing were bigger.
There's a joke here that I'm not going to make because I'm an adult.
Oh yeah, I know. I walked right into that one. I'm just like, go for it.
All right, so that's.
So I want to cat. Yeah, I want to cat. It's 30 feet. I just don't know if like.
I'm just double checking the spell myself. It is Thunder Strike to Burning Hands, Mage Armor, Shield, Enhance, Reduce, cause a creature or an object you can see within range. These. So like I said, these you can see through these seconds. It's kind of tough, but you definitely look through a corner of it, and between the brambles and very purpley leaves, you definitely see Toba like leaning over. It's like he's hurt. But at this point, so if the target is unwilling, it can make a Constitution saving throw. But Toba, are you willing?
Yeah,
Are you willing to get a buff?
Yes, buffs are nice. Buffs good. Buffs
All right,
good
so
for Ed.
Toba big and strong. So now this
Sir
gigantic.
Veronan, you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, buddy.
Yep. All right. Your target size is doubled in all dimensions. Weight is multiplied by 8. Growth increases its size by 1 factor. So you were medium, now you are large. Is it enough room for the target to double its size? The creature object attains the maximum possible size in the space available until the spell ends. The target also has advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. The target's weapons also grow to match its new size. While these weapons are enlarged, the target's attacks with them deal 1d4 extra damage.
Oh, goody!
Yep, an extra d4 on damage. So, Toba, you are up. You've been slapped by a cat who's now fallen asleep thanks to Hum, and now you got big.
Toba, use kill shot. Make my Toba growl.
Wow, okay, Eddie. Whoa,
I had to.
time to put this new weapon into use. Toba looks down at the sleeping kitty, holds up the club, and he is actually going to cast Shillelagh.
Shillelagh, all right.
So, does that 1d4 still counter?
It's an additional 1d4 because you big, and Shillelagh, check. The wood of a club or a quarterstaff you're holding is imbued with nature's power for the duration. You can use your spellcasting ability instead of strength for the attack, and damage rolls of melee attacks using that weapon, and the weapon's damage die becomes a d8. So, like, its main damage would become a d8 in terms of attacking.
Well, it's already 1d8 plus 3, so...
Yeah, so it's Shillelagh. So yeah, 1d8 plus 3 plus the additional d4 on top of that.
All right, first let's
All right,
roll.
So it's asleep, so it's obviously gonna hit. Actually, let me check something. Is that going to be count as a critical hit? Because if it's asleep, it's prone. Let me just double check something. Control F, prone. A prone creature's only movement is to crawl unless it stands up. Thereby, creature has disadvantage on attack rolls. An attack roll against the creature has advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. Otherwise, the attack roll has disadvantage. So you would have advantage on this.
Which means I get to roll again and take the higher number.
Yep. So roll again, take the higher number.
And are you gonna do it there?
Okay.
They're both 10.
Okay, that's the touch ability. Shillelagh plus 5. That's a hit DC. It's a plus 5.
Plus roll 1d4.
That's for the damage part of it. Try rolling 1d20 plus 5. So while you roll 2 5s on that attack for a prone monster, but you know what? I'll just let it slide. Go ahead and just roll damage for me because it's asleep. You couldn't possibly miss even if you tried.
Okay, let's see. Hold on. So damage is going to be... Come on, clear all. So... Damage is going to be 11 plus / roll 1d4. 1.
No, hang on. I was gonna check something like, does sleep count as unconscious? Hang on, D&D, sleep. Sleep spells. Let me just double check some of the rules here. 20 feet. Ascending order. Oh, they fall unconscious until the spell ends. The sleeper takes damage or someone using an attack. Okay, so it is unconscious technically, not prone. So unconscious creatures incapacitated, can't move. Whoever it's holding falls prone. The creature automatically fails strength. Any rolls against the creature have advantage. Any attack that hits the creatures is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. And any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. Trying to determine, like, I mean, you are very large. It's impossible for you to miss this because it's asleep. Any attack against is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. So you're within 5 feet. It would be a critical hit. So D4 plus the critical hit would be like 2D8 plus the... Yeah, trying to do the math here. So it would be 2D8 plus 3 plus a D4. Technically, that would be its damage. Yeah, it's been a while since I've DM'd this one.
My head hurts.
D&D has a lot of crazy... Yeah, my head hurts as well.
So, what am I doing?
You are within melee range of this thing, and according to the rules of unconsciousness, attack rolls against this creature have advantage. Any attack that hits a creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. and since it's unconscious, you can just hit it because it's pretty much impossible to miss someone who's sleeping, right?
Okay.
Right, so go ahead and roll a critical hit for me, which for you is going to be 2d8 plus 1d4 plus 3, I believe.
So roll 1d8. Sorry.
Yeah, 2d8.
2d8.
Yeah, then a d4 because of the enlarge. And then add 3 onto that.
1d4.
2d8, 1d4. So that's 6 plus. Go ahead and roll a d4 for me. Let's do this all separately. And this is why I like using regular dice. So that,
Roll 1d4. 3.
so 3s are at 9 points of damage.
Plus.
And then plus a 3, so that's 12 points of damage.
12.
To
Okay.
this kitty cat. All right, gotta do some math. So this kitty cat is like just slumbering oh so sweetly. Who in the world could ever possibly hurt such a kitty? Well, you sure did.
Oh, I'm not done.
So you just smack it, and that thing just like wakes up and howls in pain.
Yep.
And
And
that was your first.
Shrieks back.
That was your attack.
that was actually a cantrip, so I believe that's.
Oh, that was a cantrip. Okay.
Yeah. Shillelagh's a cantrip. And actually, so is this next one.
I
So.
believe, hang on. Cantrips are things you can only. It takes like your bonus action to do. Let me
Oh.
just double check cantrip rules real quick. Cantrip rules. Pretty sure cantrips count as an action.
Yes.
So what is a cantrip? Form of magic. So it's basically a spell you can cast, but it doesn't take any spell slots. Cantrip D&D action.
Yeah, let's see. Hold on. Bonus action. So they'll do. So that.
Unless you have an ability to cast a cantrip as a bonus action.
Or say, could that just count as the bonus action and then just do my regular attack?
Do you have an ability of some sort, a trait that lets you cast a cantrip as a bonus action?
Yeah, I'm looking at my.
Which is it?
I'm looking at my character sheet, and Shillelagh and Flameblade are both bonus actions.
Oh goodness. Spells. Shillelagh, it is cast at will. Casting time, one bonus action. All right, yeah, that's your one bonus action. So you get one of those.
All right.
So then, regular action up next.
Regular action up next, and so for that one, I am going to let's see here. Let me check one of these right quick. Each creature other than you in that area. We won't do that. So we are going to go with. Hold on a sec. Come on. Come on.
Well, that's being figured out. Where's Drogar in the turn order?
Drogar is his bear form. Hang on.
I was gonna
It's
say,
on
I
my
think it'd
list.
be
Yeah, you are up next. I just need to make the turn order. Come on, work with me. Work with me.
All right.
You can tell
So
it's been a few weeks for most of us.
yeah, it has. So I'm gonna cast Earth Tremor at first level.
T. Okay. So you're gonna cast Earth Tremor at first level. Okay.
Yep.
Earth Tremor is going to be 2 bludgeoning damage, a dexterity save. All right. Okay, so it's going to be saving throw. Points plus. It's a dexterity. So 13. It meets it, so I think it beats it.
Wait, if I'm the aggressor, I think I actually. If I'm the aggressor, I think the aggressor usually wins.
D&D ties in saving throws.
I think.
So spell saving throw ties and melee ties. Is phrasing. Any D. Well, it's a 20. There's no such thing as tie. DC is 15. You succeed if you get a 15 or better. So I need to meet or beat that number. The saving throw and the AC are considered DC. So long as you make a throw that is equal or greater, you're fine. You either save versus spell or hit the creature you're attacking. Jack of all trades affects initiative. You add half your proficiency. Dexterity check. Meet or beat is how you remember it. So yeah, the defender on a tie wins this one.
God damn it.
Yeah, it's all right. That's what I'm reading the rules. So
So great, I did jack shit. Wonderful.
well, okay. So here's the thing. Normally, so on a failed save, it would do like half damage. But something funny about the Displacer Beast, at least I'll remember this one. So as you smack it and wake it up, as you do your Earth Tremor move, it jumps at the same time and it avoids all damage.
Yeah.
All right, Drogar and Ursus, unless Toba wants to move somewhere.
No.
No, are you going to stay there and just be very large? Okay, Drogar and Ursus, you are on deck. So
All
you're
right,
up.
well. All right, so I'm going to activate my rage ability.
All right, go.
Off.
Oh,
So-
Nangy.
He just he just sits there. He's like he just gives out a quick roar. Just so he does activate his rage, and then he will. Let's see. We gain advantage on the strength checks and save throws, melee damage with strength checks and resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage. You can't spells weapon. Okay, he's actually going to try to intimidate this creature with his +6.
Are you going to try and intimidate it? Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead. Your action is to intimidate. Go ahead and roll for me. What would be an intimidation? Oh, you rolled it.
25.
Yep.
25 intimidation. So I would need to counter that with probably like a charisma roll or something.
I would assume a charisma roll. Yeah.
Yeah. Nope. This kitty cat is as you roar at it, this cat is like, it like takes a step back.
Damn.
You still have your movement.
Fair enough. Well, he is going to run towards Hum just so that he knows he has some backup. So he's just gonna go bloop.
Okay, and with that, as you run aside,
Don't tell me that he had a.
Advantage.
Yeah.
Attack of advantage.
Oh, with advantage, you say?
With advantage. Wait, what?
Where? I don't see where the advantage on that.
I think you mean attack of opportunity.
This
Thank
is
you.
an attack
Sorry.
of opportunity. Yeah,
I
this
thought-
is just
yeah, sorry.
yeah, attack of opportunity. So that was 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so as you were running away, you were taking 6. Actually, hang on, I've been doing this math all wrong. It's supposed to be +4. 6. Then, all right, so you're gonna take 7 points of damage in total because you don't have anything that reduces piercing or bludgeoning, right?
Rage is supposed to do that, isn't it? Let's see. Gain advantage on strength checks and save throws, not attacks, by +2. Melee damage with strength weapon, resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Okay, so there's 6 points of bludgeoning damage reduced to 3, and then 1 point of piercing damage reduced to nothing.
Okay, so
Unless
6.
actually technically it's 1. It's like half rounded up always, and 1 is just 1 damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like, what,
So you
4?
only take like 4 points of damage in total.
Perfect, alright. I'm definitely bleeding.
Oof. I just need to make sure I don't want to kill my characters. All right. I don't want to kill my players not this early in the campaign. Let me just double check with rage. I'm pretty sure attack of opportunity. Where is that ability? Bonus action. Oh, bonus action. Saving throws. You have resistance. Cast spells. Rage lasts for a minute. It ends early for knocked unconscious. I don't see anywhere in rage where any attack against you has advantage or disadvantage. I think that's like a separate thing down the line for barbarians.
That's a little weird. It says here right inside of the spreadsheet.
In battle, you fight with a primal ferocity, unless. Hang on.
Here, I can,
You have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Make a melee weapon attack against strength, gain a bonus to the die roll that increases with levels. You have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and damage. Able to cast spells. You can't cast them or concentrate on them while raging. Rage lasts for a minute. Once you have rage a number of times, longer so you can rage again.
I slapped it down in a message on
Yeah, I see that.
That's just what I'm looking.
Yeah, where does it say attacks against you have advantage? You gain advantage on strength checks and saving throws. I don't see anywhere. I don't see the words "enemies have advantage against you" anywhere on there.
I didn't say that though.
Okay. Well, that's you can tell it's Loopy Wabbit hours. Yay! We record this really late at night. All right. So at that point, you've moved. It has done its thing. All right. It is now the beast's turn. This first one is taking a lot of damage, and it is going to 40 feet of movement. It is going to try and make a break for it, because it thought the hunt was easy, but now the hunt has turned out.
Am I allowed an opportunity attack?
In melee range. That's opportunity of attack is in melee range.
Which means I do.
Yep, you do. So it is going to try and make a break for it. It's going to get about here before Toba can swing a big old sword. Go ahead and make your melee attack of opportunity against it. 14 is going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah!
Try to stop it so we can just murder it.
All right, come on. And that's going to be a 4.
4 damage. All right, that's going to be... All right. So you manage to take a swipe at it, and you, like, knock its paw really back. It's like, it just, like, it just runs off into the woods. The other one is looking and is certainly intimidated. It's going to take a step. Take a step. And it, too, is going to run off into the woods.
Baggin Raggins is sad. He wanted some teeth.
Yeah. At this point, do you wish to pursue these displacer beasts?
Why do I get the feeling that it's gonna bite us in the ass if we don't?
Do we split up?
No, do not split the party.
I would not.
Not in the Feywilds. We'll never get back.
So if we go after one, we have to all go after it. One of them escapes, no matter what.
Well, considering the other one was quote-unquote new to the hunt, I say we should kill the one that's older.
That went off our direction.
Prove it! Prove a point! Kill the older one!
I am down. What say thee?
Come on, Toba, you're big. Stomp on it.
That was kind of what I was hoping for.
Baggin Raggin hangs on to Toba.
Come on, go Mega Mario on that.
How long does its spell last?
10
That's
rounds,
what I was looking up.
10 rounds, a minute, like 10 rounds.
A minute, 10 turns.
Yeah, so right now, let's say like a whole turn of talking has gone around.
So that's 3 telling me to go.
Isn't going to say anything, but she's not going to go with them.
You are not going to go with us.
I am not.
Well, again, I don't advise splitting the party, especially the Feywild, so I'm going to say probably not.
Drogar's just going to follow whoever, so I guess if they're going to bite us in the ass, then I guess it's going to bite us in the ass. I guess he stays.
Okay, Drogar and Ursus are staying.
Toba's staying.
Toba's staying.
I will stay because everyone else is staying.
Baggin stays. Veronan Hum.
Hum was already going to stay in the first place. She was not expecting everyone to just stay. She wasn't expecting everyone to stay put.
Well, again,
Feywilds.
Another turn passes. And at this point, sure sounds like everyone seems to be staying put.
Yeah, I think we're gonna stay put.
We're all staying.
You all
Okay.
sit and listen, like a breeze comes by, leaves whistle. And at this point, everything seems to be good. You hear like maybe a quick scamper, but it's always like going quieter and further away from you. And at this point, combat will have ended. So let me just get. So at this point, oh, where is? Oh, come on! Of all the NPCs, I can't seem to find. Really? Come on, moment. This is what happens when it's like, a couple weeks out. Where is? All right, Feywild. All right. Here we go. The familiar blue dragon to some of you. The beast go. Whoa! He looks at Toba, and Toba. He's like, it's kind of funny that these Jack Russell-sized terrier dogs are now like roughly the size of your palm. And as this happens, just as you're looking down, as you were like eye to eye looking at it, and now as you're shrinking, you're like looking up at it, and it like slowly goes down to your level. Yes, and it's saying some words in Drogar. You hear it's like, "Is everyone okay?" in Draconic.
So Drogar's just gonna answer for the rest of the group, and he just goes,
Yes.
That's a simply put, yes.
Yep, it like flies over to you. Thank goodness. Oh, good. Oof. He looks at you, and he's like, oof. Drogar, you're definitely hurt. Ursa's like panting because these displacer beasts were rough.
I've seen better days, but I'll be fine.
Tom is going
Give them a
to
thumbs up.
cast Healing Word on Drogar.
Okay, go ahead and cast that.
All right.
6.
You heal 6 damage, or?
Yes, I heal 6.
Yep.
Okay, well,
Return to you.
And
that at the very least brought me back to a decent amount.
Toba will also cast second level on himself.
All right, you casting some magic on yourself. Okay, you heal those points.
14.
14 points. All right, heal yourself 14 points of damage. At this point, Glisten Rock is like, tell your companions to follow me. We will return to Oberon.
How long has it been since Holman last heard cast comprehend languages? Because she could relate to the others.
So he's speaking in Draconic. How long does that spell last?
It's
like an hour?
Half an hour.
Half an hour? All right. So yeah, this fight, by the time you would have gotten over there, it's like roughly the tail end of it, but you would have gotten like, tell the others to get everyone together.
Boys! Veronan? Over here, we'll follow this blue one back to the others.
All right, hold on.
You going to be alright, Toba?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, so Tom is just going to huddle back with the rest of the group.
Huddling back. Everyone is deciding to follow the Glisten Rock.
Yep.
Okay. So you all make your way back to the court of King Oberon, as you don't see Corrind right off the bat. But right now, as you go out there, you see Oberon is like carefully like petting one of the fairy dragons and like casting a little bit of healing spell. And it's like, ugh, he's like getting worn out. It's like seems like he's been healing for a little while, and it's starting to take its toll. Oberon looks up.
We'll go up and look up at Oberon real quick.
As you look up at Oberon, you see like these massive bags under his eyes, and it's what usually is that lively and snappy posture of his is like all hunched over. He's very much tired at this point. Nope, but he looks at you. It's like, oh, goodness. Oh, please tell me you took care of that threat.
As best as we could for the time being.
As
Uh,
best
how-
as you could.
We were able to drive them off.
I suppose that's. Oh, he's like, oh, he's. Sorry, when you get to be several millennia old as I am, it's not easy doing healing magics. I'm way out of practice. That is interesting.
will pat on his hand and is wondering if she should cast another healing word for him.
As you put your hand on top of his, he puts his other hand on top of yours. It's like, there's no need for that. It's a nice long rest. And in fact, he looks over at Drogar and Toba. You all look like you could use a pretty long rest, if I do say so myself.
I could go for one of those, yes.
That's a way to put it.
Appreciate it.
Go ahead, take all the time that you need. Because around here, time. And he snaps his fingers, and there are leaves that are like, slowly falling, and like it's like they almost stop in midair. It's like, if you stare at it for a moment, you can kind of see like it's slowly, ever so like molasses syrup slowly falling. And it's like, don't worry about the time. Take all the rest you need. I'm sure he's like, he points over towards an area that goes so you have the mist waterfall that lies in like this nice little pool, and next to it is a little staircase and what looks like it goes into a small hovel-like area. It's a little obscured by the mist and fog that's in there, but if you go down there, there'll be plenty of beds and rest for you.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Toba looks over and says, where's Corrind?
Corrind? Oh, hang on. That'll be the fetch. And he like whispers to one of the other ones, like, "Do rush to enough." And comprehend languages, I think at this point would have stopped. So
Yeah.
one of them goes, flies up. I dragged that one entirely off the map. I don't know if I can grab it again. Oops.
Just use your imagination.
Well, I can just copy and paste.
Fine if you want to be a spoiled sport about it.
Yep. And Corrind is being led by other dragon, and Corrind is like, oh, hey guys, hi. Just being very awfully quiet.
Is
something the matter?
Not really a matter, but something has kind of come up. And hang on. All right, yeah, we gotta wrap this up for Stormpye. All right. So at this point, Corrind's like, I may need to leave your party for a little while. I'm not sure for how long, but I promise you, we'll see each other again soon. Okay?
Very well. If that is what needs to happen,
Nothing to do with
then
you
so be it.
guys. You guys are doing great. It's just a bit of a journey I have to go on. It's kind of weird.
I see.
fair enough.
Very well. Safe travels then.
All right. Yep. And Corrind just takes like a big sack that has like a bunch of stuff on it. Just, there's got like frying pans, and there's also maps that seem to be like rolled up in there, and there seems to be extra weapons and just a bunch of stuff. It looks like it would be very heavy, but Corrind is just carrying it like, what a normal backpack.
Be safe, Corrind.
Yeah, all right, yeah, I wish I could explain more, but I suppose it must be the god's will, I guess. And with that, Corrind waves, and Corrind, they look at Oberon. It's like, well, I'll do my best. And Oberon nods, and Corrind nods, and with that, Corrind takes their leave through the Feywild as you see them walk past a pair of trees, another pair of trees, and what you should see them go past a pair of trees, but they don't appear. They just like disappeared in the thin air.
Oh well.
Feeling a little cold for some reason.
I mean, it is, you are next to like a mist waterfall of some sort. The moisture around there gets pretty harsh, but Oberon then looks to you. It's like, oh, my dear, I'm getting a bit of a chill.
She looks around and notices all the fog. Kind of rubs her arms a little bit. I suppose so, Your Majesty.
Indeed. Well, like I said, there's hovels down there, and don't worry about the time. As he like pokes one of the leaves that's, staying in there, and as he pokes it, it like floats out a little bit, and then like kind of stalls.
Well,
Oh, I'd like to take a long rest. You're more than welcome to.
without any hesitation, Toba just turns around and just heads towards the bed.
All right.
Yeah,
Yep.
ditto. Same with Baggin Raggin.
All right, Baggin, all that company, and so everyone's going to be going down there, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I will.
Is the last to join them. He's very hesitant about going to bed for some reason.
Oh, okay. So as you go down these stairs, there's like a small little hovel. It's just nothing too crazy. It's like a mound of dirt. It's small. It's like there's not even a door. It's just a hole that you walk in.
Reminds me of
through there. It's like
home.
nice and dark. There's a little bit of illumination from stones that are there. They're glowing, and as you turn around and you to one side, it's like, oh hey, yeah, those are totally beds, just right there. So I would assume Toba and Baggin just immediately hit the sack.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So you boys hit the sack. Drogar, Veronan.
Oh, absolutely. He's going to go. He just walks over to one of the points and just slams his fucking face into it and just goes right to sleep.
All right, Veronan. With that, like Ursus also like curls up, like as you curl up and sleep. Ursus like his head rests on the bed, but like the body is like on the floor.
It's the perfect move.
All right, Veronan.
Veronan's just gonna kind of like sit down, give a little stretch. He didn't really do too much in this fight, so he's feeling pretty good.
Okay. Yep. And with that, I'll slowly get rid of these dragons as the dragons kind of like fly up and do their own thing. As you are, what exactly are you doing? So you're the last one to go into this room, or perhaps wandering around for a bit?
Decides to kneel outside of her room, take out her mallet, pop it open, and then take out a flute that was in the mallet and start playing.
Okay. All right. So you start playing this flute. And as you're playing it, there are notes that are being played that harmonize perfectly with your playing, but it's not coming from you. It's coming from somewhere out there in these wild Feywilds.
Stops a second and looks around before continuing to play.
Go ahead and make for me perception or observation, which it's one. It's I know perception can be one of those things if you want to look for something in specific or in. Is it? Come on, where are the checks? All right. So perception.
Again, I really hope that.
Give me a perception.
I'm really disappointed that there's no observation check.
Yeah, I mean it's just a perception. Roll perception for me. Try and figure out where in the world that sound is coming from.
19 total.
19 total. All right. So you look about, and out of the corner of your eye, you see wings just fly away. And you see this dark shape. It isn't like a bird's wings. It's more like a tiny angel, almost, decided to fly away.
Wonder who that was. And she pauses for a bit more, continues to play. She's still very hesitant about going to bed.
Okay. As you are playing this, the fog starts getting like really thick. It's just like slowly but surely getting thick. It's even getting darker. And go ahead and roll for me a let's make it a Constitution save.
Okay, which ability saves? Okay. 17.
17. All right, you're getting really drowsy, but you're fighting it. You're like a 2-year-old fighting it. It's a,
she's not as sure on the flute as she was before. Eventually, she's just going to continue playing and playing. She doesn't get up, but she just lies down on the ground.
all right, roll another Constitution save for me.
5.
A 5. As you are playing, just drifts off, and then somehow it's like you fall asleep on this harsh ground that's out there. The fog is now like dense and thick. The real last thing you remember is that you hit like a note that was a little flat. But at this point, everyone here gets a long rest, and the following morning you all wake up in somewhat familiar space.
What the?
So,
Ah!
at this point, yep. So, we're gonna get this going. So, Toba, you're the first one to wake up, and Veronan, you realize that you are inside the Sparrow's wing, like the normal bunk bed you're at.
Okay, I assume Veronan's like the closest to me, so I slowly go to wake him up.
You go to wake him up, and you see Drogar is like face down on the mat. Ursus, his head is up with the bed, but the body's down there. Raggin is like half off the upper bunk, like his upper torso is hanging off the edge. He's like seriously upside down, arms just flailing down.
We're an interesting bunch, Toba.
I get it, but just to let you know, I guess we're not in the Feywild anymore. So,
Oh no, I tried to stay up to see how that happened.
and how did that go?
It didn't, and I'm very upset.
Well, you'll get it next time. I'm sure. He pats him on the shoulder and then goes to wake the other two up. Hey, you two, rise and shine.
Yep. And outside you hear a very familiar voice. Where's this character? Come on. Oh, they've one of these updates has kind of moved around everything. So I don't want the JPEGs. I want like the actual character. There we are, the actual characters. So as you were getting up, you hear a very familiar voice outside. Whoa! What you doing here, doll? Come on, get up. Come on.
Just yelps initially, and is just again gripping at the ground like a scared cat. Looks around a minute, then looks up.
As you grab the ground, you feel like it's soft dirt rather than the harsh kind of clay that was there. So you quickly realize that wait, you're not in the Feywild anymore.
As she looks up.
And Max looking at you like he's got his hand on his knees like, yeah, you did a little bender or something? Thought you're supposed to be heading out to the mountain or something, according to Toba.
We've
I remember this correctly. Something the boss said about traveling mountains, something about Feywild or whatever. I don't really pay too much attention, but yeah, you guys left yesterday, right? I mean, what are you doing here?
Oh, well, you overheard the Feywild, of course.
I overheard it. The boss told me, and the boys are hearing like this conversation outside the window.
Well, you remember the little dragon creature that you saw with us that day?
Oh, yeah, the one about the whole key thing? Yeah, that was weird.
I'm not sure what he even told you regarding that little one, but he led us through the Feywilds to the mountain.
Alright, well,
So we've already been, and I guess we're now back.
How? But it takes 3 days to get to the mountain, another day to the top. He's like trying to do some. He's like doing finger. It takes like a week, and you've done it in a day.
I guess so. I'm still not fully awake, and I'm still very confused about it myself. So.
Well, at least you're not a week late like last time. But still, yeah, you might want to get yourself cleaned up or something.
You're not gonna let us live that down, are you?
Okay, I'm assuming that Toba, Baggin, Raggin, Veronan, Drogar, and Ursus have all walked out at this point.
Toba has at least.
Okay, yeah.
Hum hears Toba, jumps, and then just sort of curls herself up a little bit while looking at him.
Alright, well,
morning, Vince.
Oh, okay, I'm not gonna ask what. Okay, sure, whatever. Mac raises up his hands like, I'm going to work, and he exits the scene.
This place keeps getting weirder and weirder by the minute.
Agreed. And she gets herself up, brushes herself off a little bit, finds her basket, picks that up, puts the flute away.
Well, went to the Feywild, we did what we needed to get done. So what's next on the docket?
If memory serves, something about job later on in the week, I think.
And as you were saying this, where is this NPC? Come on. There we go. Good boy, Yuvan. So Yuvan walks up. He, as he's walking by the street, he stops, like, does a double take. It's like, what? How did you? But you guys left yesterday. You're here. He looks over at Toba. It's like, what is that? As he points to your new weapon.
Oh, it's a war club. It's a druid thing.
That's what the whole ceremony thing was about?
Pretty much. It's druidic rite of passage.
He walks over to it. It's like, that's nice. Can I may I have a closer look? As he's like holds his hand out.
With his trunk, Toba pulls the club from off his back and hands it to him.
Okay. Yeah, Yuvan takes the club. He like balances it in his hand. Turns to the side. Like, is it a quick swing or two? Not like harsh, just like measuring it. It's like it's got pretty good balance. Not bad. And as he grabs like the attacking part of it, he hands it to you like hilt first.
Toba will take it back.
All right. That's a nice weapon.
Thank you.
Had to do all that, and that sound was one of our players had to take care of a 5-year-old. So yep. That's a good place to start wrapping things up. So Yuvan's like, all right, well, it's a good thing you guys are here obscenely early. He's like scratching his head. It's like, I keep forgetting the Feywild can just do that, but yeah, your next job, well, if you want to come inside, I can start explaining it to you.
Sure thing. Lead the way.
All right, so he leads the way into the guild. We're just going to grab everyone, put them inside the guild. Make sure everyone is there. Oh, Toba is there. Toba is there.
Help! I'm stuck on the door. There we go.
Nope. All right.
That spell wore off an hour ago.
Yep. So at this point, turn off that sound. Turn on this. So Mac's already busy. He's like doing some dishes. He's mixing some drinks here and there. There's some usual patrons. Some you've seen, some you haven't. But Yuvin comes in. It's like, all right, well, your next job is going to take you all the way up to Clovenshire. At least I believe that's the place. Let me just go to the map real quick with everyone.
Da 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 da.
Yep. So the map. He like takes out a crudely drawn map that he has off to the side. So it's like, all right. So Clovenshire is up here. I assume everyone can see that.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Your next job is going to be with a fellow by the name of Baggin. Baggin is a. We're just going to bring everyone back to inside the guild.
Spell that for me, please.
Bezzin.
Baggin.
Yep. Baggin. Yep. So Yuvin's like, yeah, we got this special job. It's a friend of Max here. Max like, yeah, he is. And Yuvin's like, yeah, it's definitely kind of an interesting job. He says something about, how did he put it? It was observations of a lunar city of. Yuvin's like trying to piece together, and Max just chimes in. He wants to help look at the moon, Rikkaku. And Yuvin's like, yeah, sure. I'm not sure.
Sorry, you go ahead.
Yeah. So Yuvin's like, I'm not sure why he needs your help looking at the moon of all things, but apparently he needs an adventurous help, and he's paying a lot. So who am I to say no?
Hum nods and smiles. She actually seems comfortable for once.
Oh.
Hearing this statement.
Yep.
I would very much want to look at see into Rikkaku as well. It's,
Yeah, that's true. And wait, hang on. Yuvin like starts counting. Where's Corrind?
Corrind had to take care of some personal issues. They didn't say exactly what, but they were in a hurry and they left us in the Feywild.
As you say this, Yuvin's eyes go wide, like, that. I don't know. Max like, boss, you all right? Yuvin's like, yeah, I think it's gonna be okay. I think. I mean, no. He's like, you hear mumbling under his breath. I mean, if Oberon helped them out, then I'm sure. Okay, whatever. And it's like, well, I mean, hey, if Corrind needs to come back for anything, then hey, they're welcome to come back anytime.
Yep, but in the meantime, it's just us 5.
Yep. All right. Well, you do have a bit of a time crunch to get to this job, by the way. It's supposed to be the full moon, he said it was, and oh, come on, why is my come on, my fantasy calendar.
That is when Rikkaku's pull is all the stronger, specifically in the magical areas.
I suppose that's one way of looking at it, but it's also just like a full moon, so. Okay,
Hum just smiles at him. Hum just smiles at him. She's very patient about it.
Yep, I'm trying. So sometimes this fantasy calendar thing that I have to keep track of the dates and whatnot, it does not want to tell me when things are. So, it's the 11th, and today is the 6th. All right, so Yuvin goes, all right, today is the 6th of Long Light, and the 11th of Long Night, at least that night, is going to be what it is. So, if you leave today, you'll be up in Clovenshire by at least Fellsday, which is the weekend. So, yeah, if you leave right now, it's going to take a day and a half to get up there, but I can pay you a little bit in advance for, the job, because goodness, no, he gave us a lot. He's like shaking his head. It's like, why is he spending so much for just boom observation? It's a giant rock in the sky. What could it possibly be?
It's far more than that to you, then.
I'm sure it is, but still, it's just not really adding up, but whatever. Baggin is kind of a, he's Mac. How would you describe him? And Mac it just goes like, he's a little bit of an oddball. Good oddball, nonetheless.
Well,
Well,
looking into the important things that no one else would think to look into. That is something that can be respected at the very least.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, if you guys want to get some breakfast going, then, you know, start heading up there. That would be pretty good.
I suppose we'll take some coffee for the road.
Yeah, it's like I can read you. Yeah, at this point, like, as you say coffee, you see, like, plate full with cups just filled with coffee. And Matt goes, it's like I can read your minds.
Veronan takes all of them.
Hey, wait, where's my... Veronan! He looks at... He doesn't keep eyes off of Veronan, and he holds his hand up to try to get another cup going.
Oof.
He's like, aha! He looks down and it's gone, damn it!
Pretty much. So, with these funny little shenanigans going on, I'm setting things up for the next couple of things. Oh, I am. Who organized this? Oh, right, I did a month and a half ago.
Who made this?
Like, whose idea was it to go to outer space? Oh yeah, it was fine.
I'm setting things up so that way when you guys are on the move to the next area, we at least have a couple stops here and there. No, I didn't need that one. All right, so at this point, everyone is good within the guild. We've all had our coffee, breakfast, whatever.
Yeah.
Some more than others.
Yeah. So at this point, so you know that going up to Clovenshire, it's going to take you a full, with the normal horse travel it's going to take you 8 hours to get up to Port Town, and then another 8 hours to get to Mesaville, but it'll be night there. So at that point, you would probably decide that you would stay there in Mesaville. You know some people to stay with, right?
Right.
And then first thing in the morning, you head over to Clovenshire. So that's like the plan. That was laid out to you by Yuvan as I'm, quickly trying to get some stuff here because I did not realize. I probably should have thought of this well ahead of time.
That's a great idea, person in the sky.
Yeah, choo-choo, all aboard the railroad.
Anywho, so I guess we stop for a break in Port Town and stay the night in Mesaville, and then the next day we make our way to crap. Yeah, wrote the name down. Clovenshire. That's it.
Yep, Clovenshire. Yep. Okay.
So.
Yeah, I'm busy setting things up here. So at this point, which character am I missing? Oh yeah, it's like I planned this half out, and I forgot about a month and a half ago. And I'm like, oh shoot, I should have done some stuff. All right, so we are not Ward Bloom. Yuvan's not there. Ursus and everybody. So, the best way to go up north is to go by horse carriage. So, and Yuvan did give you the money enough in advance for all of this.
Yep.
So at this point, you all head over towards what was the name of that organization? It is
Royal Passage Coach Service.
Thank you, Royal Passage Coach Service. Yep. So you all head over to the Royal Passage Coach Service. You motion to the people there. It's like, yo, hey, we need a ride. They look at the bear and say, not with that.
We'll give Ursus a pet.
Yep, Ursus is there. And then Ursus is going to walk into the nearby woods, kind of like being, you know how, certain NPCs in video games will almost always beat you there, though you're never really sure how, but you don't care. Kind of like that.
There you go.
just falling next to the cart. So everyone gets onto one of these carts. It's a little crowded with 5 people, but the ride up to Port Town is fairly uneventful. As everyone's okay, so oh, that's right. Baggin, Raggin, getting some stuff here. Not that large.
Whoa!
Jeez,
Yep.
Actually,
so you've gone from
I was gonna say if the carriage is crowded, I actually want to do something.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
I am going to, as we leave Wardbloom, I am going to wild shape into a Pteranodon and fly within the vicinity of the carriage, just to be a sentry, basically be a surveillance.
All right.
On the way there.
How long does that spell last? Or it's like 8 hours? It's a fairly long time, I would think.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while.
8 hours.
The wild shape is going.
Wild shape.
Oh wait a minute, no, 2 hours.
2 hours. Okay. So 2 hours is a wild shape. So in the middle of this ride, you get the sense that, hang on, we are coming up across, the place where, the very start of your adventures, the bandits came in. So at this point, you're like, so the rest of you are like all really sort of scrunched up together, and all of a sudden, like, oh, hey, there's some space. And oh, goodness, Toba, what have you done?
It's okay, guys. There'll be your eyes on the sky. What you guys hear?
Yep. So at this point, he opens up a window, flies out of it. You hear the coach driver go like, "What in the deuce?"
Don't worry, his intentions are good.
Okay. That's a little bit. I mean, we're on a bit of a sketchy part of town. It just, he's like trying to calm down the horses. So, yep. Toba, as you are flying around, going from tree to tree, staying in pace with the cart. 15, 20 minutes pass, nothing too crazy. Hour passes, nothing too crazy. And as you're flying along, you feel like that spell's about to end, so you might want to get back to the carriage soon.
I want to make this interesting.
Okay.
I want to roll something to see if I can dive back into the carriage right as I'm transforming back.
Okay, that's going to be like a dexterity check.
Let's do it. Let's have a little jig tonight. Let's make this a little more interesting.
Acrobatics, I think might be like the most. So as your dinosaur form, roll acrobatics. So that's gonna be like a dexterity.
It's not gonna be really awesome or really funny, but let's do this. Let's do it anyway.
Did we purchase ride insurance? Because I've got a bad feeling.
And 4.
So you are all sitting. So
I'm jumping out.
Drogar, Veronan, Baggin, Raggin, Hum. You were all just sitting there. It's like, all right, man, Toba should be back by now. It sounds like a jaybird hitting the side of a window. And that's the moment that the spell ends. So as you hear this thud, and then like the carriage like just lurches forward a little bit as the wheel of the back wheel of it rolls over Toba in his full form.
Also, his tusks are protruding to the side of the wall. Ow!
So at this point, the cart pulls. It's like, what in the heck? Oh, you were doing that Druid stuff earlier?
Yeah.
Get back in the carriage, all right. I don't get paid enough for this nonsense.
I paid damages.
Hum will get out and try to unhook Toba's tusk from the carriage.
Oh, God.
It doesn't take much. It's just like, okay, please tilt your head to the right, and it's loose. So
this is the greatest plan.
Maybe we should. I'll stay outside the carriage with Toba so that he could at least recover a little bit.
Good idea.
He's not hurt or anything. It's just little dazed, but
still,
maybe a minute or two, making sure his all breath is right. The carriage's like, come on, we ain't going all day.
Okay, I'm good.
All right, you all get back in the carriage, and you all make your way to Portdown. You start in the morning. It is now pretty much very solid middle afternoon, and you have a couple minutes for for this carriage to go in and for the next carriage to go out. So if there's anything you want to do around town very quickly, you may.
As they get out, Toba writes on a note for himself. Note to self: practice swan dive. Will do again. Puts it in his pocket, tells nobody, and just catches up to the group.
All right. As Drogar, you happen to notice that there's a very bear-like shape in the woods just looking at you.
And of course, he looks back and waves. He knows exactly who it is.
Goodness.
Hum is going back to the shoreline. She's going to kneel by the shoreline again and take out her flute and start playing.
All right. So, Port Town, it's like you've only got a few minutes. It's like 10-minute walk or so. So you can if you want.
Well, but she's not going to. In that case, she's going to just. Actually, I don't know what to do. She's not going to take her flute out. Then she's just going to go over to a good view of the shoreline and just look around. If there's a fence there, then she's going to lean on it.
Just a couple, maybe just like a 2-minute walk, and you have to see, past the streets, and there's, wonderful view of the area, and I'm trying to fix. Oh, come on! Why is it being? Oh, that would. Okay, I'm doing some stuff on another map. That's why I'm being all, fussy on my end. There we go. And so it doesn't take long, but you do get a really nice view of the lighthouse that's there for Port Town. You see the ships coming in and out. Beautiful sight. And at that, you start playing your flute for a little bit. Some passerbys, pretty nice. And as you're playing, a soft thud hits you on your foot.
She plays a sour note and stuffs. It just
It is a gold coin. Yep. As you look about, there's a number of people who are just passing by, and you presume that one of them just tossed 1 gold at your foot. So go ahead and add 1 gold to your inventory for playing pretty well.
Okay, thank you.
What did he do? Throw a gold brick at her?
No, just a gold piece, just 1 gold. It's like the equivalent of someone busking and they gave you $1.
Right.
Come on.
A gold brick? I'd be like, dang.
That's
Is that worth?
There you go.
She is surprised. She hasn't gotten a gold piece before from busking, so she picks up the gold piece, looks around, see if anyone else has lost it, and presumably no one else is there. Pockets it and continues playing until it's time to leave.
All right. So at that point, you hear it's like, all right, party for the Moonfires.
That's a.
She packs up her flute and joins the men.
Yep. Baggin Raggin is just just super drowsy and just falling asleep over Toba's shoulder or something. He's not here. We can make fun of him. Let's not do that.
Oh no.
He would murder me as.
Oh no. Toba's gonna have a little fun.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Be careful. Choices have consequences.
Nah, I won't.
Oh no.
This time.
All right.
Toba thinks about turning back into a Pteranodon and just carrying Baggin Raggin up in the sky just to see what happens. But then he's like, nah.
You probably wouldn't have the strength for that, but.
I mean, he's. Oh, okay. I'll have to look up Pteranodon stats, but okay.
Yeah. So at this point, I'm assuming at this, Baggin Raggin is going to get on the carriage, and does everyone else follow suit?
Yep.
Sure.
As much as we could.
Yep. All right. So you all get in.
It's gonna be another tight squeeze, I'm guessing.
Yep. All right. Next stop, Mesaville. Just hear the whip of the sound, and the horses go along their way. And it's another long 8 hours until you manage to get back to Mesaville. And the nighttime is coming, and as you are about to approach the familiar, I think most everyone here would be familiar with the sites. Maybe not Baggin Raggin, I'm not sure. I don't think Baggin has been to
Baggin was
Masaville.
Baggin's never been to Mesaville.
All right, so Baggin, he's not in the party. What am I thinking? Okay, so he's knocked out cold. Yeah, he had to take care of some real life stuff. This is loopy wabbit hours. All right, I tend to get forgetful.
It's all right. I'm getting a little loopy myself.
Yep, we're gonna wrap things. We'll probably wrap things up here tonight. So, as everyone is, the carriage is bringing over. Dead of night. As soon as you all park, you hear a very familiar voice. Oh, aren't you some familiar faces?
Hello
Turn
again.
over. Good to see you, huh? Oh, I see your party's making up a little different.
Yeah, gained some, lost some. It comes with the job.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, we got word from Yuvan that you guys needed a place to stay for the night. And, well, hey, our homes are your homes for a night. I'll definitely, y'all let the wives know.
Thanks for your hospitality. It's very appreciative.
Oh, no problem. I'm sure you want to know what happened to that court case.
Actually,
brother-
yes, I do.
Right, well, let's walk and talk, I'm afraid. I know it's going to bother you. So, as you all walk into there, at this point, Baggin is just like out like a rock. And I think I got the wives in the correct position. I'm hoping.
Wife swap.
Yeah, you got the wives in place.
All right, good. All right, so as Ruffin and Brevin are walking you down, there's Candy and Lynn's are there. Lynn's like, oh hey Brevin, oh hey. So I take it we're taking the boys again, or no, there's a lot more of them than last time. And Candy's like, oh hey, see everybody. Oh, I can't wait to make cookies for all of you. And Ruffin's like, we could probably split the party half and half again, but well, before we do anything, let's head over to our place first, Candy, just so we can all get a nice big meal together to really wrap up the night and talk about what's happened recently. And it's like, I know it's gonna bother you, dear. I really hope this is Candy's voice. It's been way too long.
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Yep. So, at this point, Brev's like, all right.
Is going to ask if there's a bed or if there's somewhere for Baggin to sleep for the time being, because he is just out like a rock.
Brevin's like, oh, I'm sure we'll find a couch or a place for him to sleep down a big Brem. Lynn's, come on, let's go over. Let's get the potato sack and stuff. Let's bring some of the stuff over with them. And Lynn's like, okay. And, they gotta close. They like rub noses or something. And as they head down to I think it was like Ruffin and Candy live on the upper level, and Brevin and Lynn's live in the kind of center level ring, if I'm remembering this correctly. Something like that.
It's Brevin and
Lynn's.
Brevin and Lynn's. Thank you. I think they live above Ruffin and Candy.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, it's on one level, and Ruffin and Candy live in the other. This is the problem with I set up things in lore, and then I accidentally retcon things. I don't like doing that. But yeah. So, Ruffin and Candy, they introduce you to your home. They open the door, and at that point, Brevin and Lynn's come in, and we all jump ahead of the scene for everyone sitting around a dinner table, and there's some wonderful potato soup, there's some nice carved ham with a bit of cornbread on the side. It's a wonderful, nice, warm meal. And Rufin's like, well, you're not going to like this, but the Precious Mineral Coalition settled out of court. Couldn't believe it.
Ah.
And he's like, oh, don't worry. There's not... telling you, there's something really wrong with all of this. I mean, I just can't shake the feeling that there's nothing going on. Brevin's like, don't worry about it. And it's like, of course I'm going to worry about it. It's an election year. Brevin's like, that's not going to be down for a while anyway. Besides, what happens down in, double checking, Lizard Jack doesn't really concern us. And Ruffin's like, you are definitely going to do it. What happens in Lizard Jack directly affects us. But, he looks over to you. Like, you guys don't know about Lizard Jack or anything like that, do you?
I'm not aware of it.
I'm afraid not, no.
Oh, well, hang on.
Other than the mountains being larger than the ones back nearby Wordsblin.
Oh yeah. So yeah, Lizard Jack is essentially dwarven capital of Corvus. It's a big massive. It's way out to the west, and you have to go like past Urger of all places. That country's a lot of castles there. But Lizardjack, that's basically where dwarves are really dwarves. Around here, we make do with what precious minerals we find here and all that sort of stuff. But Lizardjack, it's both really difficult work, but very rewarding. And yet, that's where most of the, the Precious Mineral Coalition, that's one of the companies that's really associated with that area. They're centered there. That's like their main location. That and the other 6, which, there's a bit of an election year this year. This is where the dwarves come together and they vote for who of the 7 companies is going to be leading things, essentially. And it's been kind of tumultuous. I won't bore you with too many of the details, but Brevin's like, he could really bore you with all the details, I can tell you that much. And Lynn's like, just elbows Brevin, is like, knock it off. Brevin's like, still, it's one of the candidates is Gristlebeard, and he just, something about him really rubs me the wrong way. Candy goes, it's like, oh, I know, dear, but don't worry about it. We've got weeks until that kind of election is going to be happening. So it's going to be happening well after the Long Light Festival of all things. I was like, but yeah, enough about all that. I'm sure that, well, it's not really the best situation with the whole court case, but enough about what's happening in dwarven culture. What about you? What adventures have you been going on? Certainly more adventure looking at the backside of a horse. Brevin's like, yeah, thanks for reminding me.
What a start.
Couple trips into the Feywild, that's probably the big one.
Feywild? I've heard about that. And at this point, like, Brevin's leaning in, Lynn's is leaning in. Candy's like, stirring, she's like making cookie dough or something. That's like slowly stop stirring just for a little bit when you say that, just like really listening into your story.
For the sake of brevity, we just explain everything that happened, and then of course, I believe fighting like a giant tree, and then of course the displacer beasts, pretty much all that.
Oh yeah. So at this point, probably an hour goes by after you're recalling all these tales, and there's questions and interjections, and at this point, Ruffin looks over at the clock, and it's like, oh, I wonder if it's getting time. Bing, ding, ding, ding. Oh, yep, it's about time to get ready for bed, but, he stretches it up. Well, Brevin, it's wonderful to see you. Lynn's great to see you. And, Candy, could you make sure that there's enough room around here, my little smoky poots? And Candy's like, oh, yes, indeed, my little ladybug. I'll start making up some beds. Want to split it like half and half? I think we could take the small little dwarf fellow who's, and you look over at Baggin, and he's just like, snoring up a storm already on the couch. I think we should just get him a blanket. He looks comfortable enough as it is.
Yeah. Guy gets comfortable pretty easily, so.
Indeed.
So.
At this point, we are going to... So, who is going to be staying with Brevin and Lynn's? So, Baggin is going to be staying with Candy and Ruffin?
I think what we got right there is pretty good.
Alright, so Drogar and Hum and Baggin, just to make sure. Candy is like, oh, don't worry, dear. I'm sure that these 2 boys aren't going to be much of a trouble. And Brevin and Lynn's, they, there's like, alright, well, we do have room for like one more, if you got any sort of pets or anything. And from the corner, Ursus pokes it. Brevin looks over and is like, whoa, that's a big puppy! Lynn's looks over and is like, oh, come on. Yeah, listen, he might be a bear, but he looks like a puppy to me. Isn't that right, fella? And you see Ursus, like, from the outside, his ears perk up, and you hear, like, a swish, 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 swish sound that Drogar you recognize as a stubby little tail sweeping the ground back and forth rapidly.
Very happy that you said that.
We'll get plenty of room for you, of course, don't worry. All right, Linz, let's pack up. Yep, I should be back here tomorrow morning for breakfast, and then y'all can head up to Clovenshire, which, boy, let me tell you that, I've heard about Bezin. He's pretty wild, but tell that. So, Brevin and Linz, they leave. as soon as they walk by, Brevin like gives the biggest like hug scratching around Ursus's ears and Ursus's leg. You hear the thump 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 outside the door. Lynn's also like gives a slight pat. Veronan and Toba, you are going to follow suit?
Yep.
Oh yes.
Okay. All right. So at this point, we have our company has been split into two for another long night, another long rest. And that is where we're going to end things off tonight. But before we really wrap things up, I do want to say congratulations. You have all made it to level 5.
Yay!
Yep. Round up, you're strong. So, yep, you guys can figure out what to do with what class you want to do, health and all that. So we can...
All right, we need to definitely tell Stormpye that when we see him again. And of course,
we will.
For those of us not aware, we came back at a perfect time because apparently today, or I guess yesterday at the time at the end of recording this, was the 50th anniversary of Dungeons and Dragons. So we totally meant to come back at just that right moment.
Indeed.
Oh, absolutely.
So,